Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rewind. It has been a fat second since I've last recorded. I've just been busy. I have been playing on the server. I just haven't had the motivation to actually record anything. So, as you can see, some progress has been made. There's Sky Islands now. Big house over there. Someone's dying. All that good stuff. So, anyways, today what we're going to be focusing on are just some weird and kind of goofy mechanics I've noticed in the game. Well, this version of the game, like, for example, bows. And this applies to a lot of old versions, can be applied without any cooldown. So you can just spam click. And there you go. They will shoot like that. And the other cool thing is, if you look over here, you can duplicate arrows. So there is absolutely no shortage of these things. And you can shoot them crazy quickly. So you might think that these things are overpowered, right? Well, not exactly, because you see over here, let's find something to shoot. There we go, that pig will make a good candidate. See, the pigs are bulletproof. And now you might be thinking, well, so are bows just useless then? Well, that's the funny thing. No, you can damage enemies. Oh, no, it's not that one. It's just really weird. So there's a lot that goes into it. I think it's part of the angle, but basically, yeah, arrows can damage enemies, but only from certain angles. Like that, like if you saw how it floated for a bit, and then went down, and then damaged the enemy. I think you have to do that in order to get any damage. Which is really interesting, because it means technically bows have this ridiculously high possible damage output, because I mean, you can just absolutely spam these things, but also you have to get just the right angle to do any damage. Which means there's a high skill ceiling, but high reward for it. So actually, because of the weird interactions of these bows on this server, we're actually going to have a very interesting mechanic to learn. So I've kind of tried to learn it. I think I've optimized it about as well as I can, because I think the server lag also ties into it, because it really isn't consistent. Generally, you kind of strafe forward and backwards while jumping. Is because when you're strafing back and forth, you're getting a lot of different angles, right? So when you're getting all of these different angles, it'll, at least at one point during your jump, it'll probably get the right angle that you can hit the enemy. You'll probably get at least one where you can kill it. I haven't been able to find a consistent way to just, like, get all of them to land, and I really don't know how exactly it works, or if that even is possible. But I figured it out pretty well, and it's pretty fun, honestly. And you can actually kill monsters easily with this, which is nice, because normally monsters are ridiculously hard to fight hand-to-hand. If you've ever played in-depth Minecraft, you will know. So anyways, yeah, that's that. That's something that I was wanting to talk about. Admittedly, I'm realizing it's not the best video topic, maybe because I've kind of already explained everything. I mean, that's it. Like, it's inconsistent enough, I don't think you can really develop it further than that, so with that, I suppose I'll just move on to showing you what I've been working on lately on the server. Oh, well, I guess the server doesn't want me to play. No. No. Bro. You cannot do me like that, bro. It's not acceptable. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna have to fix this real quick. Alright, we're back. Sorry, yeah, so the server, it's pretty buggy. It tends to kick you like that. Luckily, I didn't have to do anything too extreme. Sometimes you have to, like, completely reset your account on Betacraft to get back in, so luckily that wasn't too bad, but anyways. I think I'll just include that in the video just to really give you a better picture of what the Rewind experience is actually like. Oh, and dang, we we got reset quite a bit, so now we just have to walk back. And in the meantime, I'll explain this. This is what I've been working on. Here are the two Sky Islands here. I go up and show you what's in them, but there isn't a way to do that currently. They're just there. And then in the distance, you can probably see there's this really big lodge that I built. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit of a ways away, since you can't dash, you have to really enjoy the scenery, I guess. Oh, and there's our egg from last episode, which to the viewer probably seems really recent, but that was actually like forever ago, from my perspective. Here we go. Alright, here we go. This is a house I'm working on. There's going to be a whole village here I'm going to work on, and this is the lodge. It's a nice big house here. Got the interior. I was trying to use more blocks, so I use the sand here. Since one thing I like about old versions is it really forces you to use each and every block. And I'm realizing normally I only use sand in builds, but I probably should. So I did, and honestly, I kind of like it. And here we've got the staircase up, which is not OSHA approved. So you can see there's no railing, and this is very much a high drop. Yeah, and here we go. This is the house. Also, something weird I've noticed. Let's see if it works. Items dropped in this house cannot be picked up. At least sometimes they can't. Like, you'll have things like this, where you'll have these, like, ghost items that they look like they're there, but then they're gone. And you can't pick them up. Which I've died a few times in here falling down. Hence the need for a guardrail. But, and you lose all your stuff, basically, because there's no way to recover it, so... it's a bit odd. Anyways. I guess for the remainder of this video, I'll talk about some other things I've noticed. I'll have to head back here. It's funny, I didn't even intend this, but I'm realizing the Sky Islands, because they're right over this, like, gravel area, it almost looks like the Earth was just, like, ripped up and thrown into the sky. Well, I should probably explain that, but no. So yeah, so you can pick blocks in this version of the game, but the server doesn't recognize it, so when you place them, they immediately go away. So you can still... like, they're still there for a second, so there's some cool tech you can do with that. That actually wasn't what I was planning to explain. I was planning to explain the gravel stuff, but I guess since I just did that to get over here, I should probably explain that. So yeah, there's... like, you can double jump like that. And to other players, it looks like you're literally just double jumping. They can't see the blocks at all, because again, the server never acknowledges that they exist. Timing is kind of difficult, though. But it allows you to do some cool stuff like this. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Okay, at least I got the block that time. You know, I'll just... You know what? I don't think this is my day. I'm not even trying to make the 3-block jump, I'm trying to... You know what? Never mind. Anyways, that's that. So that's one little cool bit of tech. The other thing... that's interesting, and a bit less buggy, is sand. So it also disappears. But what's actually happening is it's falling. I don't know why the... I planned to do it so I'd move the camera down to show that it falls, but it just decided to glitch right now, so you can't see it anyway. So, let's get it over here. So yeah, that happens. But basically, yeah, sands falls instantly. Which I've thought about this a lot. I'm trying to think of what kind of things you could do, because I'm sure there's some kind of tech that would work with that, because if you think about it, like... that normally wouldn't be possible to place that many blocks that fast vertically without moving. And yeah, I just did. So I'm sure there's something you can do with that, PvP-wise, or like some kind of tech. I haven't figured it out, but later on I'm going to make an episode where I talk more specifically about, you know, all the various PvP things and kind of looking at what would PvP, like optimized PvP, look like in this version. So we'll talk more about that later. But anyways, that's that. Alright. So yeah, that's all I really had planned for this video. I was just going to quickly kind of talk about some of the various like weird tech and glitches I've discovered. I'm sure there's more things to be discovered, more things for other, you know, other people on the server to talk about as well in their videos. I mean, it's such a fascinating version of Minecraft, and yeah. And I guess to end off, I'll kind of talk about what the future of this channel and my videos is. I think I'm not going to upload as consistently as I originally planned, and I'm not going to put as much time into editing, if basically any. Since I'm realizing, you know, I don't want to burn out, and I oftentimes just don't have the motivation to edit and make videos in a more complex way. Which is why, you know, for a while, like after the first episode, I just wasn't making videos at all, because I put a lot of time into that one, and realized, you know, that's not sustainable, so I think I'm really just going to kind of try and just get on and play for a bit, and I'll plan some things, probably try and do it in like 1, maybe 2 takes and connect them, and really not edit very much. So there's not going to be very much editing, it's just going to be more raw gameplay type stuff, and it might not be as consistent. But yeah, I think that's what is going to work for me, since really, you know, YouTube is just like a side thing. I'm not trying to make that the focus of me playing on the server. So anyways, that's my plan for the server right now. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is my awkward little second episode. I needed to get something out because Chuck was haranguing me about it. But anyways, bye y'all, and thank you for watching.